Hi friends, happy Tuesday. It's Dori Patrick coming at you from my revamped art studio. Oh my gosh, I love it in here and I can't wait to share that with you guys. But first, a few items of business to tell you about since I missed last week. Thought I would pop in and say hey and wow, the time is just flying by. Here we are in April again. Wow. Anyway, hi. Happy spring. Hopefully you all are enjoying some spring-like weather. We have been having it's feeling like a wet spring now. We had a little bit of snow and sleet a few days ago that was kind of bumming us out a little bit, but you know, that's just how it is in the Midwest. You just never really know until really you get past April, I would say. But anyway, welcome back. So a few things happened since I talked to you last. My show in Storm Lake, titled All My Love Unto You, has closed. It came down April 1st, so it hung the month of March. And that it just feels like a really big, good accomplishment. It went really well. I'm just so grateful. So thank you. Cindy, sorry, I'm shaking you. Cindy at Witter Gallery in Storm Lake for the opportunity. Thank you to everyone who came out to see it. Thank you to everyone who made purchases. If you are a local person here in the corridor who made a purchase, I will be getting your pieces very soon. I'm hoping to make a trip there next weekend to pick up everything, and I'll be in contact with you for delivery of those pieces. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Yeah, it was a super fun challenge. I'm glad I did it. So yeah, thanks for all the positive feedback. I sure appreciate it. Let's see. The other thing that I did since I saw you last is some friends and I took a lino block carving class at Threads here in Cedar Rapids. And as I speak, I'm going to try to insert some photos here so you can kind of see a few photos of what we did. But oh my gosh, that has opened up some real exciting possibilities for me, for my art journaling, for my fabric painting, for my mixed media art pieces. Just to figure out how to carve your own favorite images. That's going to be a game changer, I think, to include in my art. I'm really excited about the possibility of printing on some thinner papers that maybe are a little translucent. So like deli paper. I don't know about tissue paper. I have some heavier weight art tissue paper that I'm going to experiment with. But I love the idea of printing on more translucent pieces that can layer on top, almost, like a lace sort of, and kind of let the under layers show through. So I'm excited about that. We had so much fun. Rachel is a fun teacher. So you guys, if you are local, get down to Threads. Visit her Facebook page. There are things happening all the time. There are going to be some figure drawing classes coming up too. I think starting this month. So look into that. That is a real exciting opportunity too. So yeah, we just had so much fun. And it was so cool. As always, when you take a class with folks, everybody just has their own take and their own hand and their own language of marks. and it's so cool to see that come out in everybody's work. So that was really fun. So stay tuned. You might be seeing me sharing some of that in my artwork. But yeah, so that was fun. Let's see. And besides setting up the studio, so the studio is pretty much, it's ready to go. I've been playing in it a little bit. Last thing I need to do to really make it complete is the lighting above my work table. And I don't know why, but we're having trouble getting our electrician who we've worked with for several projects. I just can't seem to get him to call me back. So we'll probably have to find somebody new to hang the light up. But everything else is really great in here. I'm loving the flow. I think there'll be a few tweaks as we go when I really get into making like multiple pieces at a time. But yeah, it's so great. And it was so nice to clean out, you know, like just get stuff out of the way. And so I did the same thing with my closet upstairs, my clothes closet. I pulled everything out, like everything. And there's so much in there I didn't even know was in there. So I did a purge. I even painted the inside of that closet because it just needed to be freshened up, and got my shoes all organized in little clear shoe boxes, and it's like actually really fun to get dressed now. Isn't that silly? But it's true. I have fun seeing what I have and using it. So yeah, so if you see me out on the town and I am like super over layered and over accessorized, it's because I'm so dang excited about having all this fun stuff visible and easy to grab. So I'm pretty sure I'm over accessorizing, but you know what? So what? I do what I want. It's true. Sorry, I keep looking down. I'm checking my notes to make sure I don't forget anything. I finished an Afghan that the Afghan itself has been done for quite some time, like months and months and months. But those of you who crochet and who do intricate, like use lots of colors and stuff, know about all the ends on the other side that you have to deal with. So that is what I was putting off for the longest time. I mean, months. And then I finally, I think last Sunday or the Sunday before, I can't remember. I just was like, I told hubby, I am tackling this thing and I'm not going to stop until I'm done. So I laid it out on my big new work table and just took it row by row. And I mean, it took me all day. I was watching my British mystery shows and occasionally stopping to have a meal, came right back at it. I was probably at it for 5 or 6 hours working on all those ends, but I am so happy. And so I did that, and I also finished my stitched sacred shrine from Kelly Mae Krentz's class titled Sacred Shrines. And if I don't crop this out, you might be able to see it. It's like I hung it on the wall, and when I do the tour I'll give you a little bit more of a close-up. But I finished it up with the stitching, did the edges. I stitched up this little sacred heart, put it in the middle, and did the backing on it and got it hung. It just feels so good to just get those things completed. So it gave me a real sense of accomplishment. Kind of energized me to get back to more projects. So I'm excited about that. So now I can enjoy that. And I have another shrine started. I just haven't had the chance to really get into the stitching and the beading yet. But yeah, so that was fun. And I'm just slowly, key word here, slowly. I'm really kind of easing back into getting into a practice. And I think I'm going to try really hard to incorporate sketchbooks into my daily practice again. I really got out of that habit. And I think I'll probably do another video when there's more time about the sketchbooks and how I use them. So right now, these are the two I'm going for. This is an Arteza spiral bound. This is just a sketchbook, so the paper is pretty light. It's meant for drawing, but that doesn't stop me. I go gobbing stuff in here, and the pages, you know, they get wrinkly, but I don't really care. Like I said, I do what I want. And then this one, I don't even know the brand. Oh, this is Arteza as well. Oh, but it has watercolor paper in it, so it's nice and heavy and can take the water and the ink even better than the sketchbook. But again, I'm not fussing. I'm going with the moment and sketching or painting in these to work out some ideas. I have an idea for a grouping that I'd like to do on paper. So I'm kind of working out my ideas in the small books, and then I think I'm going to move on to some larger mixed media paper or maybe watercolor paper to get ready for summer shows. So, and I think we're supposed to hear about them any day now. TikTok. So I'll tell you where I'm going to be this summer. I'm really looking forward to that. I really miss seeing people after a long winter. But yeah, so let's see. I think that's all there is to report from the studio. Again, I cannot say how I love coming in here again. It's really been I'm so glad I took the time. It was a lot of work and I was really tired, but it was worth it because I love coming in here now. I've got things set up so that I can indulge in some of my new things that I want to try. And it's great space. I just love being here. And I find often at night, hubby just kind of sits down with me in my sitting area sometimes. Like sometimes this is where we eat dinner and, you know, watch a couple funny things on TV. And it's just a really good, chill space. So without further ado, how about we do a studio tour? Okay. I'm going to flip the camera around and just I'll try not to be too shaky or too, what's the word? I'll try not to make you sick. I'll try to do my best to show you kind of how the room is laid out, how I will be using it. There may be more videos to come in the future about specific organization of specific supplies. For right now, I'm just going to give you an overview so you can kind of see the space and kind of see where the magic happens. So I hope you enjoy. All right, let's get to it. All right, we're going to start our studio tour, and we're going to start by showing you the beautiful Callie Mae Butterbean. Hi, girly. Yeah, she's always getting into stuff. But I love her. Okay, so from the front of so my studio is on the back of the house. And you step down from the living room a couple of steps into the studio space. So here's kind of just a general look at the layout. And I'll show you a few specific things. Probably my favorite change is this work table in the middle of the room. These are two restaurant style prep tables. I got them off Amazon and they're super sturdy. What I love is that shelf underneath. Check that out, because I can store extra stuff down there but still see it all, and that's going to be really helpful in getting some of these things done. So far, I really love the surface of this work table. I have noticed a little bit of static electricity I can't remember what I was doing the other day, and I got all staticky, and it like shocked me, but that's all right. I don't care. So this is where a bulk of my work will be done. Painting, whatever, just whatever. And I have my most often used supplies here on the tabletop. So things I use on a daily basis in my practice, pencils, paint pens. I love my water soluble crayons. All the stuff that I grab on a daily basis goes here. Always a pair of scissors handy. I use an old cottage cheese cup for my water when I'm painting. So that's that. And then behind me is more tabletop space. So when I get into show seasons and really need to crank stuff out, this extra table space is so important to me because I need to be able to like lay things out, especially when I'm using, when I'm varnishing, I lay things out to dry there without them being disturbed. So, and then these windows look out into the backyard. I just forgot to open the blinds today. But so we'll just kind of go around clockwise, I guess, from the back. This is the area I turned into my sewing slash fiber slash fabric area. So I've got everything sorted according to how I use it. And I know we're all really individual in our choices of how we organize things. But I tend to always grab for color. So I've sorted the best I can according to color. It's so great to have everything out visible. This is like all the painted fabric that's left from that huge project, you guys. This was originally like filled this whole shelf. So I went through a lot of fabric. So then I have like plain cottons here that are ready for me to paint and embellish when I want to. I have denim. So it's all just kind of according to type of fabric and then color. I've got felt up there, and then just these clear totes I think I found at Target in their organizing section, and they have been great. Clear totes are the way to go, people, because you can see everything, and that's the key for me anyway. So, oh, and this is like one of my favorite things. It's one of 2 rainbow carts that we picked up at the Container Store, and I've organized these according to the color of the drawer, of course. And this is my trims. So these are all my my ribbons and laces and stuff I use for sewing and fiber projects. And then I have an extra tote here with my very special trims that kind of don't really fit any particular category, but they're beautiful. And I want to be able to see them so I remember to use them. So that's my little trim cart. Those are from the Container Store. I think they were $40, something like that. Yeah. And then, this is kind of a little area of like, I don't know what to do yet with this stuff, but I'll figure it out. And then, my sewing table, this is a drying rack for when I'm painting fabric and need to, dry my fabrics. And I have some of my favorite art pieces up. I love a space that has my favorite goodies. And there's my best friend, my new sewing machine. I still have this lamp in here. I don't know if she's going to stay. We'll see. I really love her. I got her at IKEA, and she's super fun. So, and my trash can is travels wherever I happen to be working. So, and this is something kind of new for me. I haven't ever really been able to have plants in my studio before, but I took the opportunity to set up a little space with some of my favorite little goodies and a few plants. And this will probably be changing on a pretty regular basis because I love just switching out my tchotchkes once in a while. So, and underneath is more storage. I decided on mark making tools down here, spare paper, a few empty journals and sketchbooks that I haven't gotten to yet. So on top of this shelf is more my craft paints, the inexpensive ones, my ring light for doing videotaping, and my pencil sharpener, my heat gun. I use those on a regular basis. And I have some more art hanging up above. And then down below, more supplies, paper for printing, spare books that I haven't used yet, paper plates I used for palettes, that kind of thing. And then when you curve around, these are my little storage cubicles. I'm going to back way up so you can get the whole view. So this is kind of my view if I'm facing the TV from my work table. Gotta have a TV. I love my British murder shows and all that stuff to listen to while I'm playing. And this is a hodgepodge of stuff. Those are completed journals as well as some of my favorite little dollies and little treasured things. Lily made this when she was little. Isn't that cute? Somehow we've managed to not break it so far, knock on wood. Journals to work in. These are not completed journals. And then the bins are so great for just extra stuff. There's my ceramic stuff. Yeah, it's just great for odds and ends. And then you can just see what you have. So handy. Got extra little beads and buttons in here. And then we come to the baking rack, which I think I sweet talked my friend Gay into swapping me. I originally had it as a plant stand in the front room, but I thought, oh, this would be so cute in here. So there's and I've got my clock. And so this is also kind of a hodgepodge of like my buttons, beads. I've got just all kinds of like little toys and little things I like to use in assemblage or in mixed media projects. My beads. I have my embroidery supplies in here, which that has been a growing collection. And my little beads that are all sorted. And down below, markers that I don't grab as often, but I like having them handy. Sometimes I'll just grab a tub, and if we're watching TV, I'll just grab that and a sketchbook and just play while we're watching TV. This little guy, I've got a few of these around the house for organizing things. I think I got these on Amazon. Great for just little odds and ends. And magazines and books. These are the old planners that I still refer to. So then you come around and there's the entry to the front room again, and more supplies here. Lots of, and I haven't gotten around to labeling all my totes, all my little shoe boxes yet, but I will. And there's the printer that I challenge on a daily basis when I'm trying to print on fabric. It kind of rebelled on me a couple weeks ago, but I think we've got it sorted out. And all my mediums, all my gel mediums, molding paste, texture, scissors, sander, old towels, etc. So why I love this room so much is we're in the back of the house, and so there's the door where I let Callie Mae out, and it goes to the patio. So to the right is my storage closet, which is also organized. Let me back up a little bit here. Ta-da! I fit it all back in. Can you believe it? I mean, brother. I am all set for us to do art, folks, if the apocalypse comes. Yeah, so there's that. And then on the left side is our bathroom. I won't try to... We have chalkboard paint on the upper half, and we almost always have party lights in our bathroom. It's kind of silly, but we love it. So I think that's the studio tour, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Wait a minute, I wasn't done yet. I forgot to show you the sitting area. Here it is. I'll back up so you can see it. Yeah, so this is an important part of the studio because I have my fun little art books. There's the sacred shrine that I finished. I'm really happy with it. That was super fun. And I think I may have mentioned in the last video, I actually also made room so that I could hang big pieces of art in my studio and enjoy them. And so this one is called Shenanigans, and it measures about 4 foot by 5 foot. But I love being able to just enjoy that rather than have it hidden away in storage. So, oh yeah, and here's the Afghan that I got done. I just love it. I love it so much. It was really, yeah. I'm glad to have that in here. And I have just, you know, art that I love. A lot of these are gifts from my family. A little table. This is where I charge my phone and my laptop. Sometimes I just sit here and work on my laptop rather than go up to the office. And then there's a little quilt and an extra little light, which isn't very attractive, but it's helpful at night if I need to do some work in the chair. But okay, for real this time, I think that's it for our studio tour. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It's been just so much fun for me to pull that together. And I know I love seeing studio tours and learning how artists work. And so share yours with us. We'd love to see it. Wishing you a wonderful rest of the week. And I will check back in with you next week with hopefully some more studio news. Bye-bye.